Top 10 Mysterious Story in History. Watch till the end.
Number 1. The famous Epstein Island Temple.
Epstein Temple. His first attempt was in January 2023, when he and a friend rented a small boat to scout the area. From the sea, they mapped the island and tried to figure out if there were guards patrolling the area. After scouting, they went home to plan the best route to reach the temple. At first, it seemed simple, with few guards and surveillance cameras. A week later, he went back, this time alone. With his rented boat, he got to the island. In the video, he showed guards passing pretty close to him, but he managed to avoid them. After walking a long distance while crouching, he finally arrived. He took his time recording and showing the surroundings of the temple. Then it was time to see the inside. He tried to open the door, but it was locked. So he went to the dark windows and tried to look inside. At first, everything looked normal. Just furniture, a big piano, and what seemed to be expensive paintings. But then he noticed something. A large carpet covering half of what appeared to be a hatch. Clearly, there was more to the temple than he could see. Before he could think of a way in, he heard the voices of guards coming closer. He got out safely, but left with even more curiosity than when he arrived. Other YouTubers tried the same thing, but he was the closest.
Number 2. The creepiest video on YouTube that cannot be found.
It started as an urban legend, a video barely 90 seconds long, buried deep in the forgotten corners of YouTube. The title? Just random characters, glitched symbols, unreadable, no tags, no description, no comments. Those who watched it reported the same thing. A sudden burst of static, a distorted face flashing for a split second, then a low-pitched tone that seemed to vibrate in their skull. Some said they blacked out, others claimed they vomited immediately or woke up that night choking, unable to move. Within days, viewers reported horrifying dreams, twisted visions of a dark hallway, something crawling toward them backwards. A few posted frantic updates online, claiming the video had followed them. One Reddit user said they smashed their laptop, but the sound still played from the walls at night. Another was found in a motel room, eyes wide open, whispering, "It saw me through the screen." No one knows who uploaded it. Attempts to download or trace it always fail. Metadata shows it's older than YouTube itself. Some think it's a digital curse. Others believe it was part of a psychological experiment gone wrong. The video disappears and reappears under new names, new thumbnails.
Number 3. The Blank Room Soup video.
A thrilling video titled Blank Room Soup was re-uploaded to YouTube after allegedly being found on the deep web. In it, a man, eyes censored, sits naked in a white room, eating from a bowl with a large spoon. His breathing is heavy, panicked. Suddenly, two silent figures in oversized mascot-like heads enter and begin to stroke him as if comforting him. The man breaks into hysterics. A second video shows the same man, calmer now, continuing to eat until the masked figures rush him. A scream is heard before the footage cuts out. Story tells a man and his wife were kidnapped by these two masked figures. The masked men murdered his wife and fed her remains to him in the soup. Some speculated mafia involvement, but no proof ever surfaced. Years later, animator Raymond Percy revealed the costumes were his, creations called Ray Rays, stolen from his trailer after a performance. He believed the videos were made by whoever stole them, possibly as twisted fan art. In a bizarre twist, a hacker known as Yaya emailed horror theorist Mr. Enigma, claiming they stole the suits to free the characters from corporate control. After sending a poetic, cryptic message, Yaya disappeared, leaving no trace behind.
Number 4. Horrible experiment done with humans.
Attempts by the CIA to read human thoughts using electromagnetic signals in the 1960s. They believed brain waves could be monitored remotely. Psychiatric patients were used without consent. Subjects were strapped to metal chairs, wearing crude antenna helmets, while analog machines tracked their brain activity. They tested microwaves, radio pulses, and ultrasound to alter emotional and behavior. One subject fell violently ill after 6 hours of pulsed signals. Others reported strange dreams and voices that weren't theirs. Some scientists believed they had reached unknown regions of the mind. The data was bizarre and incomplete. Survivors described it as having your mind peeled open. In 1972, the project vanished. Most records were destroyed. No one knows if it truly ended.
Number 5. The Doll Island.
Dolls. It started with a man named Don Julian Santana Barrera. In the 1950s, he left his family and moved alone to a small island in the canals of Xochimilco. Soon after arriving, he claimed he found the body of a young girl who had drowned under mysterious circumstances. Floating nearby was a single doll, waterlogged, missing one eye. He hung it on a tree, thinking it might appease the girl's spirit, but that was just the beginning. Don Julian began collecting more dolls. He found them in trash heaps, markets, or floating in the canals. He didn't clean them. He left them covered in mud, with cracked faces, missing limbs, tangled hair, and eyeless sockets. He said the girl's spirit was angry, that she whispered to him, that the dolls spoke back. Visitors later reported hearing giggles at night. Some swore they saw dolls turn their heads. Others said they felt unseen hands tug at their clothes. Don Julian never left. He filled the entire island, trees, walls, boats with dolls. Hundreds, maybe thousands. In 2001, he was found dead, drowned in the same spot where he said the girl had died. Today it's called La Isla de las Muñecas, the island of the dolls, and people still visit, leaving more dolls behind.
Number 6. The Deadliest U.S. Hitman.
Martinez, known as El Mano Negro, or the Black Hand in English, began his killing spree at the age of 16 after his sister Cecilia was murdered. What started as revenge turned into decades as a cartel hitman. Fluent in English and Spanish, Martinez operated under the radar, eliminating over 35 people across the U.S., drug dealers, traffickers, and low-level criminals, on behalf of Mexican cartels, especially the Sinaloa cartel. He was cold, methodical, and careful, often using zip ties and rarely leaving any evidence. For decades, Martinez escaped capture, partly due to the fact that many of his victims were poor or undocumented, drawing little public or media attention. In 2013, he killed Jose Ruiz in Alabama for insulting his daughter. A police investigation tied Martinez to an unsolved Florida double homicide from 2006 through a cigarette with his DNA. Arrested that year, he confessed to dozens of killings during interviews with stunned detectives. He showed no remorse and even joked with police. Martinez was sentenced to 50 years in prison, life without parole in California, and 2 life terms in Florida.
Number 7, Daji Wrong Winner Announcement.
Deji Olatunji, also known as Comedy Shorts Gamer, was invited to present an award at the prestigious Esports Awards. The event, known for recognizing excellence across the esports industry, featured major figures from gaming, media, and professional teams. Deji was given the honor of announcing the Publisher of the Year award, a high-profile category. As he opened the envelope on stage, he read out Epic Games, prompting applause and a standing reaction. However, just as members of Epic began to rise from their seats, Deji interrupted with, "Nah, I'm joking. Blizzard Entertainment wins." The moment shocked the audience and quickly went viral. Although some interpreted it as a failed joke, others criticized it as unprofessional and disrespectful to both companies. Prominent esports host Paul Red-Eye Challoner publicly called it out on social media, saying it undermined the credibility of the event. The backlash was immediate. Many in the gaming community viewed the joke as poorly timed and out of place for an industry award show. And Juji later admitted he had really pissed off the esports community, but the incident remained one of the most controversial esports awards moments to date.
Number 8, an inhuman experiment done with a monkey.
Oklahoma began a groundbreaking experiment to teach a chimpanzee human language. They named him Nim Chimpsky. Taken from his mother as an infant, Nim was raised in a human household to learn American Sign Language. He wore clothes, used utensils, and joined meals at the table. Trainers taught him signs through repetition and rewards. Nim learned over 100 signs and formed simple phrases. But as he grew stronger, his behavior became erratic and aggressive. After several injuries to staff, the project was halted. Nim was moved to a biomedical facility, caged with other chimps and deprived of human interaction. He stopped signing, grew withdrawn, and often signed hug or play to no response. Public backlash followed. Nim's case raised lasting ethical concerns about language research, animal rights, and the emotional cost of treating animals like humans.
Number 9, the famous crocodile called Gustav.
It is estimated to have killed over 300 people. Locals call him Gustav, and they say he's more demon than beast. He is over 20 feet long, with teeth like ivory daggers and skin pockmarked with old bullet scars. Hunters have tried everything: guns, cages, even explosives, but he always disappears into the murky water. No one knows his age, but villagers speak of him like a creature that's always been there, gliding silently beneath the river's surface, waiting. One fisherman swore he saw Gustav drag an entire cow under in seconds, without a sound. Another man, chest deep in the river, vanished in front of his children. They said the water just opened up. French herpetologist Patrice Face spent years studying him and even attempted to capture Gustave using a large steel trap. Despite baiting it with live animals, Gustave never entered. He evaded every effort. At night, some say you can hear him breathe, low and steady, near the banks where moonlight breaks over the reeds. People have moved entire villages inland, abandoning the river they once depended on. But Gustave always finds them. And if you wake to see 2 yellow eyes watching from the waterline, it's already too late.
Number 10, have you heard of this painting?
So cursed, it causes viewers to cry. The painting is called The Anguished Man. It's a portrait of a screaming figure, twisted, melting as if in agony. The colors are dark and stormy, with streaks of red like blood running down the canvas. According to legend, the artist mixed his own blood into the paint and took his life shortly after completing it. The painting is kept in a small private museum in northern England. Visitors are warned before entering the room. Some say the moment they see it, their chest tightens. Others burst into tears without understanding why. A few faint on the spot. Staff report flickering lights, sudden drops in temperature, and whispers when the room is empty. Security footage once captured a woman collapsing in front of the painting. She later claimed she saw that the face moved, screaming silently at her. Another man said he felt someone grab his arm while he was alone. The museum refuses to remove it. They say it's too dangerous to move, and past attempts caused accidents. One curator broke his leg, another crashed his car. No one knows who the painter really was, or why he created it. It's believed the Anguished Man doesn't just hang on the wall, it watches, and never forgets who looked too long.
Like and subscribe for more creepy stories.